People that are hungry are willing to do the things today others won't do in order to have the things tomorrow others won't have.
To have a special life, you have to do special things. And that usually means putting in the work.
People that are hungry are willing to do the things today others won't do.
No one is going to create the future
in order to have the things tomorrow others.
We get one opportunity to come this way. We get one shot. We got one life to live. Life is too short to make excuses.
I want you to close your eyes and visualize your dream.
I need you to get out of your comfort zone.
If we all woke up ordinary, we all off to the same start.
You've decided that you're not going to allow the events, the things, the people, life determine who you become.
It is a decision that you have to make within yourself. No one is responsible for that.
Stop waiting to feel like it. Stop waiting until you see it.
Failure is only permanent if you choose not to get back up.
And what you do today will determine your future.
And I'm asking you, what do you see in the future for you? What brought you here today? What caused you to get up?
You're closer than you've ever been before. You have to do me a favor. Those 15 minutes are not worth the rest of your life. It's not easy, but it's worth it.
You woke up this morning to chase your dream until you catch it.
You're gonna have to sacrifice who you used to be. When you want to sleep, you have to wake up.
So don't run from difficulty, run to it.
Because it's always darkest before the dawn.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, give it 120%. Every day, every single day is a new beginning. So take a deep breath. Inhale, exhale. It's a new day, a new opportunity.
So if you get some setbacks, embrace them. Sure, every day is not going to be a good day for you. Every day is not going to always happen for you. But it's always something happening. But you got to make it happen for the right reasons. For every day of your life, you must continue to believe in yourself. For every day of your life, you must have enough faith and understanding that it's up to you to make that difference count.
You gotta realize your only competition is really yourself. They may be winning on the outside, but if you're losing on the inside, how can you overcome that? I'm gonna tell you how you can overcome it. Shut down each and every negative thought that comes into your brain, each and every time it pops into your brain. So 5 in the morning, and you told yourself the night before, you were getting up today. And when it's time to get up, and your brain starts saying, no, I'm not ready yet. Just 5 more minutes. No. Just 10 more minutes. No. Just 15 more minutes. You have to shut it down and say, we're getting up right now. 5-second rule. Like Mel Robbins says, you got 5 seconds to act on your impulse, or it's gone. So we not waiting 5 seconds. We gonna rise and grind. We gonna rise and shine. We gonna rise and climb. We gonna rise and give everything we got.
So you always find yourself starting off on the right path. You start off, you're feeling good, you're running, you're doing everything that you need to do. But it starts to get harder. Things starting to push you back. Life starts to push you back. People start to push you back. Everything around you starts to crumble. You have nothing else left to give. But then you got to find something else. You got to turn on that grind switch. You got to get down and dirty and nasty if you got to. You got to do what necessarily is going to take for you to get what you want. You got to go out there with everything you got.
It's time for you to set yourself on fire and live life with passion and put yourself in a position to do the things that you want to do on a daily basis. Rise and grind, because the mindset of greatness knows that adversity breeds resilience, and that struggle leads to its next level success and bona fide brilliance. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Get up, get up, get up. Give every ounce of your heart, give every ounce of your soul. See, I woke up early, went to bed late. I'm in grind mode. You gotta see the sun in yourself to live in shine mode. You gotta understand it's not a sprint, it's a marathon in due time mode. If you're not where you wanna be in your life, it's time for you to live in redesign mode, refine mode. Don't you understand you were put here to win?
Don't be afraid of the hard work. Don't be afraid to grind a little bit harder. Don't be afraid to sweat a little bit. It's okay, man.
And I guarantee you will change your life, change the way you think, and you put yourself in position to expand, not shrink. Rise and grind. See, the mindset of greatness is obsessed with winning, and it sees the ultimate outcome right from the beginning. If you can't get up and get after it, how do you expect to win? If you can't get up and get after it, how do you expect to go to another level? If you can't get up and get after it, how do you expect to raise the championship banner on your life? It's time for you to change your perception, because the reality is you gotta put something in to get something out.
You're gonna have those bad days, but keep on grinding. You're gonna wanna quit, but keep on grinding. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a very important part of your life. It is a decision that you have to make within yourself. No one is responsible for that. When pressure begins to build called life, because life is going to bring you ups and downs and mountains and valleys. And I'm sure some of you in here, your backstory is full of ups and downs and good days and bad days. I bet some of you in here, your backstory is full of a lot more difficulties and some traumas and some things it's hard for others to comprehend. See, pressure, it can create diamonds or it can bust a pipe. Pressure's not the problem. Listen, to be honest, man, your life, what you faced in 2020 and 2021 and what some of you have experienced the last several years in your life, it's not going to be the most difficult thing that you probably have ever had to face. Maybe for some of you, it's been extremely painful. Maybe you've lost someone close to you of a trauma or an abuse or something really painful has happened. But for most of us, 2020 and 2021 won't be the most difficult thing that you've ever faced in your life. Life is about these ups and these downs, and it's about pressure and insecurities and just challenges. The challenge for you and me is, what will we do with the pressure that we're in? Will we allow the pressure to bust the pipe, or will we step into uncomfortable, step into our story, and to realize the pressure, the challenge, the difficult situation, if I grab a hold of it and take control of what I can control, which is me and my reaction and how I respond, that pressure can become something valuable like a diamond. Because there's a lot of characteristics and behaviors and habits that we develop. It's not that we set out and we began to have negative thought patterns and we didn't set out to have negative habits. A lot of times we're around certain people, and by influence, by the exposure, by the ability of us to being close to people, we sometimes just pick up tendencies. I'm sure some of you got some friends that say certain phrases or they talk a certain type of way, and next thing you know, you're kind of saying the same phrase. You're kind of saying the same tendency. And maybe even your mom or your dad are like, you sound just like so-and-so, right? Because we catch up and we catch things from each other. And so for me, what I caught from my dad when I was a kid, it was his coping mechanisms. You know, like I always say, it was the fake face. It was the fake smile. It was acting like everything's good on the surface. But when I was alone and I was looking in the mirror, man, I was struggling, but I was silent. I was screaming, but I was quiet. The truth of the matter is, I got to a place, even though I was in prison,
I wasn't going to wait till tomorrow or next semester or next year or whenever I got released to begin my change. Right now, in the middle of my external uncomfortability, I was going to make a stand, and I realized hard work works. Make good choices, good things happen. There's never a wrong time to do what's right. Hard work and good choices will always create opportunities for your dreams, your plans, the things you've thrown against the wall to begin to be activated. I was in prison. My external situation seemed pretty difficult. It was uncomfortable, but in the moment, I was staying active of talking and communicating and making choices. And hard work and good choices will create opportunities in the middle of your chaos, in the middle of your storm. For me, I didn't serve 15 years because I would still be incarcerated until 2024. I've actually been released and been walking and living life and doing this since 2013. See, I got released 11 and a half years early. What happened is I found the courage in the middle of an uncomfortable situation and a storm that seemed hopeless, to be honest, to not be afraid to face the thing that I was the most afraid of, which was me. Because I promise you, transparency and accountability, using the people around you, but then also realizing that we've got skin in the game, which is called action, which is called choices, and doing our best to do the next right thing and treat people the way that we want to be treated. Doors and opportunities will always open in the middle of your storm. And I care what you have to say. And I care what your experiences have been. And I care about your journey. Don't lose the ability to know that you are a critical thinker. You have the ability to process, to think, to rationalize, to hear data, and to make conclusions. It's inside of you. Don't settle for anything less than real and authentic.
You want to go somewhere you've never gone? You got to do something you've never done. You got to say something you've never said. You got to go to a place in you that you've never even been. You're not sentenced to this life this way. You chose it.
I feel like on this side of COVID, like I've tried to even hit a different gear. Because one thing that I've realized over the last several years in my life, things that I take for granted can be taken from me. And so now any moment that I get a chance just to kind of lecture or to communicate or to challenge somebody to maybe do what I long for people to do, for me to do, not even you, but for me to even do. And that's to live a life where I wake up and I look in the mirror and I am determined to confront myself. I'm determined to have conflict resolution inside of myself. When I'm open and I'm honest with my behaviors and how I'm operating and what I'm doing with my time and my energy and my focus.
See, let me share something with you. The easiest thing I've ever done was to earn $1 million. The most difficult thing I've ever done was to believe it could happen to me.
We all want to do something. We all want to be somebody. We all want to go somewhere. If these things are going to happen, we've got to stop habitually gravitating to excuse. You've got a destiny to fulfill. You've got a purpose to walk into. You've got a test to pass. You've got dots to connect, rooms to walk in.
Welcome to today's cell meeting. Welcome to this special cell meeting. In the history of C21FG, we have never done this kind of cell meeting before, and you are opportune and lucky to be here at this Leap Cell meeting, okay? So you're welcome. I'm super excited. We are going to have a fantastic time today. Please, I want you to do what we normally do. You're going to go to your group chat and do reminders, okay? you go to your group chat and you're going to do reminders, because this morning is going to be special. This is like a meeting we have never had before in our history. So we're going to have a fantastic time. So please go to all your various group chats and do your reminders. The YouTube link is out. So you can just quickly share to everybody, all your teammates. Everybody must have this YouTube link. Okay, so we have just 30 seconds to do that, so that we can bump up this number that I'm seeing here on YouTube. Good morning one more time. Welcome to this cell meeting. We're going to have an amazing time. We're going to start with our prayers, but while that is going on, I want us to do I'm going to do a little introduction, but I want us to do more reminders, okay? We should be much more than this here. We should be more than this number here. This is the whole C21FG. All the nations are represented in today's meeting. So we should be more than this here. So we're going to do our prayers. But first of all, I want to just talk a bit about the significance of today's meeting, okay? Why are we doing the meeting today? First of all, somebody go to the comments and type what today's date is. I'm sure we already know. Today is the 29th of February. And this happens just once in 4 years. This kind of thing happens once in 4 years. It's not a regular occurrence. It's not something that happens every year. No, once in 4 years. In fact, yesterday, some late people, some people who do their maintenance very late, they were rushing to do their PMA because they felt like, oh, PMA is going to end today. That's 28th of February. They were rushing. And I told some of my teammates, I said, look, first of all, last minute is not good. But second, the month is not ending to the 28th. It's ending on 29th. And they're like, oh my goodness, Ambassador, I didn't even know. Why? Because this is such a peculiar year. But this year is not just peculiar. This year is actually peculiar for us in C21FG because there is a significance. Okay? How many of us remember that every 4 years, I think it's by divine orchestration, because even our founder didn't even know, he didn't even plan it that way. It was by divine orchestration. Every 4 years, something is launched. In 2016, that was when the business was launched officially. We launched the Own Your Life campaign. The Own Your Life campaign was launched in 2016. Are you following? And on that day, a lot of things happened. We didn't even know, oh, this is a leap year. That wasn't even on our mind. The launch was amazing, and we told them we're coming to take over, we're coming to dominate, we're coming to change the network marketing space. We told them those who have done network marketing before and didn't have success, they will join C21, they will join our team, and they'll actually have success. And guess what? It happened for us. 4 years later, also by divine orchestration, our founder, our leader was ministered to us. He said, look, let him start something. La Buena Vida. I remember when he called the leaders together, was strategy to them, called us together and said, he's starting La Buena Vida. We were confused. We said, La Buena Vida, La Vida Loca. What is that? Is it English? Is it French? What is that? And he said, that is the project that we're going to go into. And that was 2020. The next leap year. So 2016 was a leap year. 2020 was another leap year. And that 2020, that was when the La Buena Vida was officially created. Guess what? As it was created, everybody said, okay, oh, we all bought into it. We started running the business. And guess what? 4 years later, again, also by another divine occasion. I want you to understand that this wasn't planned. It means that Ambassador Mike did not wake up and say, okay, oh, he wants to launch. He didn't wake up and say he wants to launch the business every leap year. No, it just happened. It just happened that at the point where he was launching the business, it was also a leap year. Do you understand? And in 2024, this year, the Diamond Project was launched again. And it was also a leap year. So we're just pausing today as leaders. Everybody know that everything Ambassador Mike does is not normal. In fact, I didn't even remember it was even a leap year, until he said this is actually a leap year, to say, let us do this cell meeting and come together and say, wow, this 4 years again has come, and we've launched the Diamond Project. We have launched it successfully in Abuja. It was massive. God was with us. We launched it here in Lagos. We are in Lagos now because we have other events coming up. We'll talk more about that as we go on. And it's going to be such an amazing experience, okay? So I'm going to talk more about that as we go on, but I want to just welcome you and make you know the significance of today's meeting. So we're going to jump right into our prayers now, okay? I have two people who are going to pray for us. We have someone who's going to do the Christian prayer and somebody who will go ahead and do the Muslim prayer for us. So Mr. Taiwo, Engineer Taiwo, if you're ready, kindly lead us in the Muslim prayer. Just go ahead. Thank you.
We give all praise and adoration and glory to Almighty Allah. We thank Him for waking us up this morning, giving us another opportunity at life, and making us feel the significance of this movement. We pray that He continues to guide us in the straight path. He continues to guide our leaders aright. We pray that He doesn't sway us. Anyone who's going to join our organization, who would bring discord into the organization, will never join. Anyone who's going to join our organization and steer us in the wrong direction, they would never join. We pray that anything that wages a war or battle against our mission and our vision will be obliterated immediately. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Ino atoina kalkauthar. Asoli li rabbika wanhar. Ino shaniaka huwal abtar. Amen. Good morning, everyone.
Amen. Thank you very much, Engineer Taiwo. That was amazing. Good morning. Okay, so to take us into the next phase of Christian prayer, I'm going to call on Ambassador Jide Awachi to go ahead. So Ambassador Jide, kindly go ahead.
All right. Thank you so much for that. Good morning, everybody. Heavenly Father, we thank you for an amazing day like this. Thank you for gathering us here today again. Heavenly Father, we're grateful that so far you have led us to this moment where we're now launching a new project that you have promised us is going to be massively successful. Heavenly Father, we do not take this for granted. We do not take all your guidance so far. We don't take it for granted, Heavenly Father. There's, in fact, it's just been you all along. We've just been you. And Heavenly Father, we know that it's going to be from glory to glory. There will be no cause for sadness. It's going to be all amazing. And we'll have, at the end of the day, at the end of it all glory and adoration will be in your name. Lord, we know you're going to continue to bless us. You're going to continue to lift us. You're going to continue to guide us and take things to the next level. In the mighty name of Jesus, we have prayed. As we've gathered today, Lord, please, and we've gathered with the leaders, Heavenly Father, please continue to inspire our leaders, continue to guide them. We know that they are not the ones talking, you're just speaking through them. Heavenly Father, we pray that it will always be more of you, and less of the leaders. More of you, Heavenly Father, more of you, Lord, and you continue to lead them aright as they lead us to where you want them to take us to. In the mighty name of Jesus, amen, amen, amen. Thank you so much for that.
Awesome. Okay, that was good. So now the meeting has officially been handed over to God, and I have done the introduction, so we understand why we are here. So we're going to jump right into our, that we don't just do things casually here in C21FG. We're going to jump right into our vision, and then we're going to jump right into our mission. Okay, so let's start with the vision of C21FG. Wherever you are, you can say it, call your name and personalize it. Okay, so the vision of C21FG is to raise a financially free people who will in turn raise other financially free people who will collectively use their resources and affect the world positively. To raise a financially free people who will in turn raise other financially free people who will collectively use their resources and affect the world positively. Okay, fantastic. Let's jump right into our mission, okay? Very, very powerful mission. And our mission is to raise 50,000 diamonds, in the connected economy and usher in the next generation world changers. To raise 50,000 diamonds in the connected economy and usher in the next generation world changers. So help us God, okay? Fantastic. So, like I said, hang in tight. We're going to have so many things we'll be doing today. So many leaders are going to speak, but first of all, I want to recognize the presence of all the G8 leaders here. First of all, I want to recognize the presence of my own leader, my own boss, my mentor, Ambassador Dr. Michael Okuli, the founder of this the founder of C21FG, the founder of the Wealth, all the nations, he's actually a leader, and the head of the La Buena Vida, Own Your Life campaign, Feed the Family Project, all the projects we have done, and now the one who has anchored the Diamond Project. So you're welcome, very welcome, sir. I want to welcome the G8 leader of the Legend Nation, Ambassador Ifeanyi Ozani. I want to recognize the presence of the G8 leader of the Vision Nation, Ambassador Nefu, and Ambassador Dr. Nefu Esimai. I want to recognize the presence of the G8 leader of the Unstoppable Nation, Ambassador Dr. Victor Abalse. I want to recognize the presence of the G8 leader of the Star Nation, Ambassador Dr. Elijah Amba. I want to recognize the presence of the G8 leader of the Champions Nation, Ambassador Kelechi Anodere. And finally, I want to recognize the presence of the leader of the Great Achievers Nation, Ambassador Vincent Wosu. Okay, and also my humble self, the leader of the Wealth Creators Nation. So you're all very welcome. Thank you for being here and your support. Okay. So I'm going to jump right into it. I'm going to talk a bit about, for those who came a bit late, I spoke about the significance and the importance of us having this cell meeting today, and how every 4 years, something is launched. Okay, every 4 years, 2016, Own Your Life campaign was launched. 2020, La Buena Vida was launched, and again by divine occasion, 2024, the Diamond Project was launched, and it is launched every leap year. Some of you are hearing this for the very first time. Every leap year. Now, I don't believe in coincidences. If it was that we launched Own Your Life campaign 2016. And then we launched maybe La Buena Vida 2020. Then let's say 2023, we launched the Diamond Project, or 2025. Then I would say, okay, it was a coincidence. But the fact that it happens every leap year, you see, how to know if God is with somebody or God is with a movement or God is in an organization is by the things that happen. We didn't plan it, and it has just happened for how many years consistently. So you are in the right place. Now, the topic for today, and I have just a few minutes to share before I hand over to the next person. The topic for today is I'll be sharing on how to leap into your next dimension. Now that we understand that we have been blessed, we have been positioned to go to the next level every leap year. We already know that already. As the members of C21FG, every leap year we are positioned to move to the next dimension, the next level. And guess what? Everything we have launched has been successful by the grace of God. Everything this organization has launched has been successful. And every time we launch something, bam, we go to the next level. Once there's a new launch, we go to the next dimension. And I want to tell you a secret. Once there's a new launch, it usually happens when a challenge is about to happen, when there are issues going on. And the new thing we launch helps us to rise above that issue. For example, 2016 was when we just started network marketing. Alliance had been there for many years. You know, people had been doing network marketing for years. But when we came in, we changed the space totally by the grace of God. 2020, when our founder came up with the name La Buena Vida, it was like, okay, what is that? Let's go and do it. Look, we're the one grace that God has given us that we are loyal. Ambassador Mike has loyal leaders. So whether we understand or we don't understand, we just go, because the vision is not of man, it is of God. And we went into it. And we did not know that that was going to be a year that the world, not even Nigeria, the world would change. The world was locked up. Nobody was going anywhere. Guess what? God used the La Buena Vida project to launch us that year, 2020. And when people were crying, oh, things are hard, my business has shut down, offices are not opening, what do we do? People are confused. We were doing well. We were raising millionaires. We were buying white cars. We were doing parties. We were doing all sorts of things. We're making so many people wealthy right at the comfort of our homes. We launched out in Zoom. Many things happened. Guess what? This year, 2024, that Diamond Project has launched. We all know what's happening in the economy. I'm not going to talk about it because we act by faith and not by sight. We say what we want to see. But we know what's happening in the economy. We know how much the dollar is saying. We know what price fuel has happened. We know what is going on. And God now brought this Diamond Project. That while those people are crying, while people are wondering, what do? We have brought a solution, solution through the Diamond Project. So I want you to understand, if you are a member of this unction, if you're a member of C21FG, your life has to move forward. It has to leap. It has to leap. I'm going to share just one thing, one way to leap into your next level, one way to leap into your next dimension, just one way. And the way I'm going to tell you is by doing something you have never done. You know, every year for the past, I think we started in 2018. That's when we started doing retreats, okay? 2018, we had first retreat. I still remember that day. It was a hotel in somewhere in its central area. So we're just few of us. You know, 2019, we had, 2017, 2018, 2019. Every year we have retreats. Every year we start the year with a mega retreat that launches us into the new year. But for the very first time, this year, 2024, our founder said, no, we're not going to start the year with a retreat. No. We're going to start the year with launching of our project. We're like, okay, we're surprised. This has never happened before. Let me tell you the significance of that. It's just like, for those of you who are Christians, you know Shiloh, okay? We don't do Shiloh. Imagine Bishop Oyedepo saying, Shiloh will not hold this year. What? Shiloh has held for the past decades, maybe 30 years. And he says, no, Shiloh is not holding this year. Why? Because something bigger is coming. Something more massive is coming, and we're going to do that. Can you imagine? And that's exactly what happened. This year, we did not start with a retreat. Why? Because something bigger than the general retreat is coming. Something we have never seen is coming. Something we have never thought, imagined, or even envisaged or experienced. Nobody has experienced coming. I want you to go to the comments and tell me what is coming this year, Calabar. What is coming this year that made the leaders to cancel the general yearly retreat? Go to the comments and type it quickly. What is coming? What is coming? I'm waiting for your responses. Okay, I'm waiting for your responses. Awesome. Okay, a lot of us know. Yes, what is coming is our immersion. I know the other leaders are going to say some things about this and talk about other dimensions, but for me, the one thing I'm going to share with you, don't take it casually, on how to leap into your next dimension is attending the immersion this year. In fact, if you are new, you may not know the significance of us canceling our retreat. It has never happened before. Come rain, come shine. We have never canceled retreat, a general retreat before. It has never happened before. But because something greater, something bigger, something more impactful, something that has never happened is going to happen. I have good news and bad news. The good news I have for you today is that for everybody who steps into the immersion happening on the 16th of April to the 18th of April, you would go into your next dimension. You see, the truth of the matter is that when you get into an atmosphere, whether you like it or not, you're going to catch something. Do you understand? You can't jump into a pool of water and you say, I will be dry. I'm going to come out dry. This water will not. No, my darling. When you enter into a pool, you immerse yourself, you will be wet. When you come into that atmosphere, that electricity, that, oh my goodness, you actually move to your next dimension. 3 days, 16th of April, 17th, even me speaking to you, a GA leader, I have never experienced that in my whole life. I am waiting for it. The good news is that, for everybody, for every leader, everybody who has been here for a while, there was one day, I want you to go to comment and type one day. There was one day, one event, one thing that they attended that totally changed their life. Everybody has been immersed at one point or the other. Eric Worre talks about their different dimensions. And for me, I remember the day I was immersed. It was at an event that I was immersed. And after that event, I came out and I said, nah. I go nowhere. I came out and I said, I must become a top 20 member. I came out and I said, I must succeed. I came out and I said, nothing will stop me. And I hit the biggest goal of my life. I hit it. Why? Because I was at that dimension. For some of you, even if you don't want to move to the next dimension, even if they have told you will not move, guess what? The immersion 2024 is where you're going to move officially, whether you like it or not. Against yourself, you're going to move, okay? But I'm not going to talk more about that. I have to hand over right now to the next person because my time is up. But I'm sure you have caught something. Tell yourself that the thing that will make you not attend immersion has not been born. The thing that will make you not attend immersion, that thing has not, even Tinubu cannot make me not attend immersion. Nothing in this world can make me not attend immersion. That's how serious and deep it is. Okay? Fantastic. So for me, that is my own theme that will help you move to the next dimension in this sleep year. All right, so I'm going to be handing over right now to a great man, one of the great G8 leaders of this amazing organization, C21FG, okay? And that is the G8 leader of the Legend Nation, the G8 leader of the Legend Nation, the legend himself, Ambassador Ifeanyi Ozani, and he's going to take us to the next level and tell us exactly what we need to do to jump into the next dimension. So, Ambassador Ifeanyi Ozani, over to you, sir. You're welcome, sir. Okay, he's coming up. He's sharing his screen. Fantastic. He's sharing his screen. Kindly unmute, sir.
Thank you so much, Ambassador Ronke Koshamani. I appreciate you so much for making this a lot easier, for stepping in. I'm trying to, right. I don't know if my screen is showing yet. I don't know. I'm trying to share my screen, but I don't know if it's showing yet.
Okay, it was showing, but it just stopped. It was showing, but it just stopped. Choices.
Oh, yes. Choices. I'm trying to also...
It's showing now.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool.
Just make it a slideshow. It's showing, to make it a slideshow.
Okay, thank you. All right. Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much, Ambassador Dr. Michael Okoli, our leader, for giving me the opportunity to do this. And I want to stand upon the existing protocols to appreciate all the G8 leaders. It's been an amazing, in fact, until I can't remember whether it was Ambassador himself or was it Ambassador Ronke that pointed out that we've done this every leap year. In fact, I was flabberwhelmed. 2016, 2020, and 2024. Amazing. What a time to do the things we are doing. If you're here and you are listening and you are still part of this movement, you should go and thank God. Some people are out there looking for something, but they don't really know what to do. I'm just going to go straight to the point. The fact is, immersion is here. I'm talking about immersion. I'm talking about you becoming a kingsman. If you are here and you're not a kingsman, you have a little time. I say a little because there's really no time. Okay. And I know anybody can become a kingsman. Kingsman is just very simple. Have 5 active partners, and then you are a kingsman. But it's not about you becoming a kingsman. It's actually about you going there with 5 to 10 other kingsmen. Okay. It's about you going there with 5 to 10 other kingsmen. All right. That's the point I'm trying to make. Because you could actually change everything for yourself. I wonder if I can still be heard. My light went off for a second and I should be back. Okay. All right. Good. So, and it's about choices. Your choices today will determine what's going to happen. If you've never had anything before, if you've never experienced a particular level, you have to do something you've never done before for you to be able to do it. And so people are saying, okay, immersion is in April. How am I going to do it? Immersion is in April. What do I need to do? How am I going to do it so that I'll be able to do the things I need to do? Okay. But then this is where it comes. What do you need to do really? What do you need to do? Like I said, for you to have the kind of life you've never had before, for you to get to a level you've never gotten to before, for you to experience things you've never experienced before, you have to, you can continue to do things the same way and experience, and you keep thinking that things are going to change. That is the definition of madness. So what do you need to do really? 4 things, basically. You need to, between now and the next 10 to 20 days, generate more leads that you've never done before. And what do you need to do? Go to your phone book. You don't need to go beyond your phone. For those of you that attended the New Dawn event, I brought some people to the stage. And for the first time, some of us saw that you can actually sit your butts in one place and you make calls. These people were paid 40,000, 70,000, 80,000 naira to sit in one place and make 300 calls. 300 calls. And some of them did that for 4 years. You can actually sit down, open your phone book, and begin to show people this business. You can start calling, you can start booking. And if you would do this without letting up, you know what you can achieve? That in 2 minutes, you can actually book someone in 2 minutes. So I don't understand when you say, I booked only 5 people today. No. And you said you worked the whole day. See, you have to be very serious this time around. What do you really want? So what I tell people is this: what price are you willing to pay for you to do the things you say you really want? How much is it in money? Or what are those things you need to have? You need to be able to sell yourself. You need to close yourself down in this business. Because if you don't, one rejection will just, before you know it, you're out. But if you close down yourself and somebody is trying to give you rejection rocket, it will not enter. Why? You don't really close yourself down since. So you decide, what do you want? For me, I know what I want. You put it in your presence like this, you paste it, you write it, put it where you can be seeing it. So that as you are doing what you're doing, you're looking at it, because you tell yourself, these are the reasons why I'm doing what I'm doing. All right? You generate more leads. Go through your phone, exhaust your phone. Do you understand? The basic offer is our business. When people are seeing the business, Ambassador said this, for those of us that are here, some people want to go and close down Megaverse and Digiverse. Nothing is wrong with all of that. The elite packages, nothing is wrong with that. But the most important thing is let the person come in first. When the person comes in first and goes through the IPO, QSG, they say, my goodness, so that means this business is even bigger than I thought. And then they can now increase, they can now move to the next level. Give them the premium or the basic offers. We have the basic offer. Show people, okay, I don't want, let the person come in first. as they come in, as they keep hearing, as they keep seeing, their faith will grow. The premium product offer, you can now upsell them. You can now show them higher packages. And of course, you retain them. How do you retain them? You retain them through making sure that they go through the trainings, making sure that they see the product testimonies, making sure that they start using the product and become products of the product. Do you understand? I tell people, I don't tell people about the product like, okay, the product does this and that. No, I call people to come and testify. People can relate with testimonies much more than just standing there and saying this product can cure anger, this product can do this and all of that. But in all of this, I want you to go home with this. Immersion is here. Everything you are doing now must be geared towards the immersion. Look, count your stock. How many people do I have? How many active partners do I have? I believe that all of us here listening and watching from YouTube right now, we could decide that I am going to go to that immersion and I'm not going to go there with less than 10 people. Some of you will say, I'm not going to go there with 20 people. If you would just do that, don't come and try to impress ambassador and say, I'm going to go there with 100 people. And in all of this, don't go and put your faith in something that at the end of the day, you go there with nothing. We rather you decide that we put it down and you work with your G8 leader. Your G8 leader, they know your capacity. They sit down with you and they have a Marshall plan for you. So that at the end of the day, if it's 10 people, if it's 20 people, if it's 30 people, you go with these people. But you know that you are building towards the immersion. Every decision now must be towards the immersion. Everything you are doing now must be towards the immersion. Everybody joining your business, you are telling them active partnership is the key, is the way to go. And everybody is going so that at immersion, but let me give you this final secret. They say that leaders are born at events. You see, immersion is a top tier kind of event, destination event. That's why immersion is not a one-day thing. No, immersion is you are immersed, like baptism, you are immersed. You come out, you're a different person. You are not like a god, you're a different person. Make sure that experience, you give it to your people, all right? So having said that, I'm going to hand over. That's what I have to share with us today. I'm going to hand over to the next person. And I'm trying to come up because, hey, okay, thank you so much. Okay, now my devices are done off. Mr. Ronk, I don't know if you are there, please, so you can help me bring in my next colleague who's supposed to take over from me.
Okay, thank you very much for that. Thank you very much, Ambassador Ifeanyi. That was fantastic. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I'm learning things already, taking notes already. Thank you very much. Okay, so we're going to hand over to the next GA leader. Remember, I told you today is going to be hot, back-to-back value is what we're going to receive today. And I'm going to be handing over to the GA leader of the Vision Nation, the Vision King himself, Ambassador Dr. Obianefo Esimai. Okay? So I'm going to hand over to Ambassador Dr. Obianefo Esimai. So, Dr. Neff, please go ahead and take the floor from here.
All right. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm super, super excited. And this is the time that I would hope that all of you are paying attention. Thank you very much, Ambassador Ronk. And of course, thank you very much, Ambassador Ifeanyi. I have a couple of minutes to stay with you guys, but then I'm going to come in two directions. Number one is belief. Belief, please believe. You see, no matter what we teach you and what we tell you to do, if you don't believe it, it will not work. And what's the belief? The belief is first in yourself. I want to, in fact, before I continue, I must sincerely appreciate Ambassador Michael Okoli, the entrepreneur mentor. I mean, for allowing himself to be used by God. Do you know what it means to be on the level that he is on? You will never know. It's not possible because you're not that close to him. But when you get close to him, you don't understand the sacrifices that he has been making. And I don't take it for granted, all right? I never allow my friendship with him to becloud the glory and the grace that he carries. You know, we can all do our businesses individually, but we on the GA level understand the power of synergy. And because of that, God has been using him immensely. And because, of course, God cannot use if you don't yield yourself. And you know that when God is using you, oh boy, it is difficult. It's not easy. It's sacrifice all through.
but then it's worth it at the end of it. And this is what we want to trickle down our team. That's number one. Number two, this is a leap year. And by God's grace, we are alive to experience another leap year. And every leap year, something magical happens. And we're about to leap into destiny. I tell my people, look, we are in the year of the gathering. And they didn't understand what I was saying the whole of last year. The year of the gathering. People are going to cash out this year, both physically, both financially, both intelligently, and in all facets of our life if we position ourselves. But first of all, we must believe. So the key word is believe. Do you believe? Now, in believing, there are certain things that will cut short your access. So I'm going to deal with those criteria quickly. The things that will cut short your success to becoming a Kingsman, because other leaders will tell us exactly what we need to do to become Kingsman. But I need to deal with this aspect. This aspect is no matter what skills that you're being shown, and you have this working against you, it's going to be tough. You won't be able to reach your mark. So 6 intangible bad habits that will kill your success to becoming a Kingsman and would, truncate you attending the immersion. I'm going to go very fast because of time. Number one, negative beliefs. You see, it starts with belief. Comparison, number 2. Number 3, laziness. Number 4, procrastination. Number 5, crave for approval and validation. And number 6, entitlement mentality. Let me break them down quickly. Number 1, negative beliefs. You see, our thoughts are keys to our development and improvement. The thoughts we consume are capable of enhancing our lives or putting a stop to our rapid growth and development. Let's take a cue. Mr. Alex Oti that has created the first state that has uninterrupted power supply. Every one of us felt that it can never be achieved. Now it has been achieved. Whatever it takes, it happens. You see, he believed it and he made a statement that I am a billionaire, my children are covered. I'm here to make things work. You must believe it first, not because he was a billionaire, but because he's gone through a series of structured lifestyle. But structured lifestyle means means that you must believe. You see, becoming a Kingsman, you must believe that you're a Kingsman. You must believe that you will attend the immersion. Negativity is bad habit, so stop being negative. Number 2, comparison. Don't compare yourself. Oh, this person has gone far, and me, I'm still starting. Don't compare yourself to others. There is no comparison between the sun and the moon. They shine when it's their time. So when your time has come, you will shine, but be ready for it. Don't compare, because when you compare, you limit your vibe. They comparing themselves among themselves are not wise. 2 Corinthians 10:12. You could go check it out. Number 3, laziness. Laziness is nothing more than habit of resting before you get tired. Laziness is nothing more than the habit of resting before you get tired. You're not tired yet, you're resting. Why are you resting? That's laziness. And remember, a little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to rest, and poverty will come in to you as a thief, and scarcity like an armed man. Scarcity will come. Oh, please don't joke with laziness. Lazy hands make for poverty, but diligent hands bring wealth. In other words, what's the opposition or the opposite? You must be diligent in these next couple of days. I'm not talking about months, days, that you may use your DMO and stand. What you're going to be learning today, you're going to begin to practice, cut off laziness completely. Number 4, procrastination. My goodness. Procrastination is the act of delaying. Is the act of delaying or putting off tasks until the last minute or past their deadlines. I used to be a master of procrastination and I had to kill it. You see, because whatever your hands finds to do it with all your might. For in the realm of the dead, where you are going, there is neither walking nor planning, nor knowledge, nor wisdom. So do the work now, not when we die, we begin to think of doing the work. Am I communicating? Now, look at this. Whoever watches the wind will not plant. Whoever looks at the clouds will not reap. Oh, it's raining, you will not reap. Oh, it's sunny today, I cannot go out, you can't reap. Oh, there's everything has gone up. The prices of things have gone up. You will not reap. Now, all these things are the reasons we procrastinate. Kill them, otherwise it kills our destiny. Number 5, crave for approval or validation. Oh, if you live for people's acceptance, you will die from their rejection. Don't wait for anybody to approve you. Approve yourself. If anybody approves you, that is just Jara. You are unique. You are enough. You are you. And that is what I want you to know today. You are unique. You are enough. You are you. Nobody should compare you to anybody, and don't compare yourself to anybody. Don't wait for anybody's approval, and that will help you to stand. Now, the last one is entitlement mentality. You see, entitlement mentality is defined as a sense of the deservingness or being owed a favor when little or nothing has been done to deserve special treatment. Don't wait for your leader to tell you that you're not qualified to attend the immersion. Meanwhile, you've not done what it takes to qualify. And what it takes is you have to become a kingsman. Now, don't wait until that time. You're now like, do you know, I hit targets the whole of last year. When people were crying, I was hitting targets. Is it because of this year? I've not even, I tried my best. Yes, I'm not a kingsman, but I have just one more kingsman to make it up to become, I have one more active partner to make it up to 5 so that I'll become a kingsman. Is that the reason why you will not allow me to attend the immersion? Some of you will bring out money and you say, please, my leader, can I just pay 2 million so that I can attend the immersion? Where is that entitlement coming from? Kill it. It will truncate your success for attending immersion. Now, with these 6, what I call intangible bad habits, they will kill your drive and your move to attend immersion. Get these things off your way. And I'm going to summarize it so that you have it all at once. Number 1 is negative belief. Cut down or change your belief. Then stop comparing. Quit lazying around and becoming the best version of yourself by productivity. Number 4, procrastination. Please stop it. Because when we die, there won't be work. What are you resting for? Do the work now. 5, crave for approval and validation. And because they did not validate you, you cower in and you become defeated. No, you don't need to be defeated. You need to step out and become who God has created you to be. And of course, 6, entitlement mentality. With all these things that I've said, this will prepare you for this period. Killing these negative, intangible bad habits will prepare you for becoming the best version of yourself. And please let me say this, because I don't have, my time is almost up. The next place you are going to is a place of activity. Stop thinking alone. Begin to execute. But these things, these 6 intangible bad habits will prevent you from executing. So what do you focus on your DMO? Now, the next leaders that are going to come will probably break it down for you on how exactly and what exactly you need to do to becoming a kingsman, and at least raise kingsmen that will attend with you. At this point, I believe that your mind is now open. Above all this, I want you to believe that you can. I want you to believe that you are enough. I want you to believe that you have everything that it takes to move to the next level of your life. God bless you. As I hand over to Ambassador Ronke to bring up the next speaker who will dissect this properly. But my heart's desire, my heart's wish is that you understand that you are enough and that we are gods on earth. Let us leap into our next level through belief. If you don't believe it, it will never happen for you. But once we believe and we implement and we execute, the firmaments, God will release abundance. God will release through the firmaments things that will make us to achieve that which we have put out to achieve. May I see you at the immersion. Thank you very much, guys.
Okay, wow, that was fantastic. So much value given already, so much value received. I hope that our teammates are here. I hope that we're calling our teammates to be in this meeting, because Wow, the things we have heard from 3 GA leaders already, and so much more is coming. Go through the participants. If your people are not here, go and call them. Go and begin to call them. Don't assume that they're in the meeting. Pick up your phone, begin to call them. Call your sell anchors, all your sell and they should be in this meeting. Kingsmen, your APs should be here. APs, your downline should be all together. These numbers I'm seeing here, this is not our number. We should be much more. This is a combined meeting. We should be much more than this. 3 nations should be able to handle this number I'm seeing. So a lot of people are not here. Let us do the needful. Don't sit down and say, I will teach my team. I will explain to them. I will tell them what I had. No, there's a blessing when you are in the meeting while the meeting is going on. Do we understand that? Okay. Fantastic. Thank you for that, Ambassador. For that was powerful. We're going to be changing gears now. I'm going to introduce the next G8 leader in line, and that is none other than the G8 leader of the champions team, the champions nation, Ambassador Kelechi Anodere, to take over and tell us what we need to do to leap into the next dimension. Ambassador Kelechi Anodere, you can take the floor now, sir.
Thank you so much, Ambassador. Thank you so much. God bless you. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome all of you to this super summer meeting today. I want to also welcome all the G8 leaders in the house. Just pay attention and grab as much value as you can. I just have about 9 minutes to talk, and I'll be talking to you about how to leap to the next dimension. How to leap to the next dimension. And I want you to start by understanding this. If you want to leap to the next dimension, the first thing you want to do is to know your current dimension. Know where you are currently in the scheme of things. Know where you are in your mind, in your mindset. Know where you are in your business. Know where your team is. Know where your skill set is. Know where everything is. What I am telling you is that you need to run an introspective session with yourself. Take some time to think about it. Take a day, take 2 days. Think about where you are right now. Be really introspective with it, with what you are doing. Honesty is the name of the game. And ask yourself a very core question. Is where you are right now, where you really want to be? Is this your ultimate self? Is this where you really want to be? If you cannot be introspective, if you cannot think about it, if you cannot take time to examine where you are currently, they say the person who doesn't know when the rain started beating him, would not know when the rain stopped beating him. That is a quote from the mother of our president, Ambassador Michael Colley. He has told us this quote like 2 billion times. So if you don't know when the rain starts beating you, wouldn't know when it stops. So you want to know where you are currently in your business. You want to know what is wrong with your business. You want to know whether your business is the problem, whether your mindset is the problem. You want to be really, really introspective. You want to move to the next dimension. Where are you currently? It's like you want to travel from Kaduna to Jalingo, and you want to ask yourself, where am I going to? Where am I currently? So you can know where you are and know how to take a vehicle to where you want to get to. Then the second thing you want to do is to be really fed up with the status quo. Be fed up with where you are right now. Become unsatisfied with the current realities in your life. If you cannot become unsatisfied, you cannot win. There's this terrible saying that have been used to hold people in subjugation. Be contented with what you have. No, that is a very terrible saying, to be contented with what you have. It is a saying of selfish people. You want to be contented with what you have because you're only thinking about me, myself, and I. When there are people around you who don't have the good life and who you're supposed to help. Be grateful for what you have as you strive to get all you want. That is what it should be. So you need to be fed up with what is happening to you today. Become unsatisfied with the current realities in your life, right? You want to do this by starting to recall all the missed opportunities that you have experienced. Take some time today. Think about all the missed opportunities, the travels you've missed, the cars you couldn't buy, the times you couldn't help your family, you couldn't, come all out and help people. Why? Because you had limited cash flow, because you never had the capacity to do those things you wanted to do. Think about it. Let it spur you on, and then decide to change everything. The next thing you want to do is to take time to examine how your life will look like if you leap to the next level. What will it be for you at the next level? Envision yourself living without your current realities, without your current challenges, and let that sink in. Fix yourself in a house you would love to live in. of the Caribbean experiencing a vacation. See yourself with a team of 10,000, 20,000, 50,000 people running the business happily. See yourself earning in 7 figures, 8 figures every month. Take time to put yourself in that picture. That is supposed to be where you are leaping to. If you cannot see yourself in that future, it cannot happen for you. Like some of these pastors will say, you cannot feature in a future you cannot, how did they say it? You cannot feature in a future you cannot picture. Exactly. So you want to be able to picture yourself in that future you want to leap into. And believe that if there is anyone who can get to that future, that person is you. Next, you want to determine the goals you wish to accomplish. What goals do you want to accomplish? The 2 core goals that should be at the top of your mind right now that will help you leap into the next level is to become a kingsman, to also 3 core goals rather. 1, to become a kingsman. 2, to raise kingsmen that will join you to getting into the 3rd goal, which is to attend immersion. Attending immersion with your team. Immersion is going to be a game changer like none you've ever seen. If you understand the power of events, if you understand how events can transform the lives of people, I still see myself in my very first event, my very first global event, singing, dancing, listening to the music. I immersed myself so well, and that was very transformative for me. That event continues to resonate in my mind. I still see myself in my very first Philippine trip in the 50,000 capacity hall, the Philippines in Philippines. I see everything very clear in myself. Because of the power of events, I was able to transform and change my life. I was able to leap into the next level. If you are not at immersion, I guarantee you, when time comes, you will cry. So you want to do everything to be at immersion, but not just going alone. Because they say if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go with the team. You want to get into immersion, you want to experience immersion, go with your team. They say no bird soars so high if it soars alone. So if you want to get to the very top, go into immersion with your team. You also need to determine the price, number 5. Determine the price you need to pay to leap into the next level. The next level is not going to lower a standard to accommodate you. You must raise your standard to be able to leap into the next level. You must develop the muscles enough to take you so that you can take that jump, right? That can move you from where you are to the next level. The next level will never lower a standard if you don't raise your standard, right? So you must determine the price you need to pay and write down the price. Don't just determine it in your head and then you walk away. The moment you determine it in your head, it fades away. They say the faintest ink, the faintest ink is sharper than the sharpest memory. Write down the price you need to pay, right? Whatever it takes, write down the price. Whether it is the meetings you will attend, the Zoom meetings, the physical presentations you will run, the videos you will send, the close downs you will do, the travels you will make, the inconveniences you will go through, the skill sets you need to develop. Set yourself on a target. Set yourself up. Determine a target for yourself and set a deadline to achieve those targets and do everything possible to make it happen. One of the deadlines you must set is to become a kingsman. We're running out of time. You need to give yourself, then from now to the next 30 days, I must accomplish kingsman and go all out. And number 6, pay the price. Pay the price. Whatever price you have determined, pay the price. Run the meetings. The meetings will not run itself. Run the meetings, run the presentations, make the calls. Those calls that need to be made, make the calls, right? The ground will not open. A tiger will not come and crush you because you're making calls. Do that. And as you do it, work your numbers. The more you work your numbers, the more luckier you get, right? But work your numbers skillfully. The more skillful you work your numbers, the faster you get lucky. You need to work your numbers. You need to work your DFO, your daily method of operation. These are the things you must do every day for you to attain those goals. Set it up now and begin working with it, working it. Nobody is going to come and work these things for you. You also need to speed up the SMO checklist because the SMO checklist is our primary tool of sponsorship. It's that tool we use to be able to determine how well to run this business and determine if our people are passing through the process. Use the SMO checklist. Track your business, track your team, track 30 people in your organization using the 555 worksheet and sponsor well using the SMO checklist. If you decide to take these core tips, use them and work on them, your next level is going to be extraordinary. You will see yourself leaping into the next level effortlessly, right? And you'll be recognized among the kingsmen and among the many cell leaders that will be celebrated at Immersion. Ladies and gentlemen, I look forward to seeing you at Immersion 2024. God bless you all. Back to you, Ambassador Ranke.
Wow, wow, wow. Value, 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 value. You know, what stood out for me from what he said is that be grateful for what you have, be grateful for where you are, but you must keep on striving to get to where you want to. That was amazing. Okay. Thank you so much, Ambassador Kelechi Nodere. So we're going to be shifting gears now, and I'm going to be calling on the G8 leader of the Star Nation, the G8 of the Star Nation, none other than Ambassador Dr. Elijah Umba. So please go ahead, sir. The floor is yours, sir. Okay. All right, Ambassador Elijah, sir, the floor is yours. Please go ahead,
Okay,
take over.
thank you. Please, the host, please make the other Dr. Elijah Mba co-host, please. Okay, please just help me make a co-host. Have a slide to share briefly. Congratulations to all those that made it to this meeting. Okay, thank you very, very much. Congratulations to all those that made it to this meeting. I'll be sharing a few tips with us on how we can leap into this year, leap into the next dimension this year. Okay, leap into the next dimension this year. Very quickly, how to just create this slide. How do you leap into the next dimension? First of all, to leap is to jump. Okay, is to jump, is to spring a long way to great heights or with great force. It's not just jumping. You are taking a massive jump. That's what it means to leap. Okay. Okay, I think it's better this way. Good. So it's to take a massive jump. That is what it means to leap. Now, this is the leap year, and the president came up with this first time Super Thursday cell meeting tagged leap. Please, I don't believe there's anything called accident. I don't believe there's any coincidence. I believe everything is divinely orchestrated and designed by God to help us get to where we want to get to. So how do we leap? How do we take this massive jump? It's not just a jump. When they say it took a leap, like from nowhere to somewhere, it took a leap like from nobody to the peak of the mountain. That is what it means to take a leap. It's a massive jump. It's a forceful jump. It's like a breakthrough. That is what it means to take a leap. So how do you take a leap this year? I'll be very, very fast. I should be done in 5 minutes by God's grace. One, you must have a 10x mindset. You must see things as possible. You must see the future you desire as possible. You must see much more than what you dream of. A lot of us today, we are living the life that we never dreamt of. The only opportunity, the only thing that got us to where we are today is that we were able to dream. We're able to dream. If you do not have the 10x mindset, if you're not able to think at a certain level, you, my brother, you, my sister, cannot operate at that level. So first of all, you must give yourself the permission to leave your limiting belief and start thinking it is possible. Now, why should you think it is possible? Has it ever happened to anybody? If it has happened to anybody before, then yours is possible, okay? Type it in the chat room. If it has happened to anybody before, yours is possible. When I connected to this business area, there's something Dr. Victor used to say that I did not understand them, but eventually understood it. As he's running presentation, he say, your present today was my past. He said, and as you continue to do this business, my present is your future. He said, your present today was my past. The struggles you face today was my past. The challenges you face today was my past. But as you continue to do the business, your present, your future will be my present. My present will be your future. So how do you take the 10x mindset first? It is possible. People have done it. How much do you want to make in this business? People are making it already. What kind of team do you want to build? 10, 100, 1,000, 1,000, 10,000, 100,000. People have built it already in this business. What do you want to achieve? Your house, your car, people have done it in this business. As a matter of fact, people that you are smarter than have done it. People that you are older than have done it. People that you are more educated than have done it. Please get up and start thinking big, okay? Think big, think big. This month we are reading Compound Effect. Last month we read Secrets of Millennial Mind. I would encourage you to also read Magic of Thinking Big. The ambassador gave us a book for the month. If you read just that book, if you read just the book for the month,
you are average. That's what it means to be average. It means you are doing what every other person is doing. It's not for the person with the 10x mindset. If you do not read the book for the month, you are below average. You are not even in the game. Okay, you are below average. So if you want to operate on the 10x mindset, you must be willing to do 10 times what other persons are doing. So think big. Other persons have done it, you can do it. Other persons have made these records, you can make the record. Other persons are dominating the attendance in Diamond Project. You too can dominate it. Other persons are planning to come to the immersion with their team. You too can do that. So think big, that's one. But it doesn't end at thinking big. You must take action. You must take action. If you dream without taking action, guy, it's a nightmare. You must take 10x action. Other persons are making 10 calls, you're making 100. Other persons are making 5 calls, you're making 50. Other persons are making 1, you're making 10. That was how I was able to separate myself from the crowd when I came on board. And Mr. Debbie is a witness to that. And other persons are going to buy 5, what they call it, 5 flyer, interest on flyer. I just go, I buy 50. They are buying 50, I go, I buy 500. Because I cannot operate at the same level with everybody and expect to get much more result. No. God is not partial. To the extent at which you sow, that's the extent at which you reap. So take 10x actions, all the 7 skills, okay, in this business to leap into the next dimension this year. 10x action, prospecting, inviting, presenting, follow up, closing, getting new distributors started, promoting event. 10x action, not just talking it, but doing it like you've never done before. And if you do it this year, you might have achieved much more than you would have ever that you've achieved in the last 2-3 years in this business. So please, 10x action. When your teammates see you, let them be seeing action. When your people see you, let them be seeing action. When you leave the house, don't be deceiving family that you're going to work to go and do business. No, you're going there to go and discuss football, discuss Big Brother, discuss whatever everybody is discussing. I don't know what they are discussing, what is in vogue now. Discussing the Nigerian government. You are not doing anything about the Nigerian government. Focus on your business. Discussing the dollar up and down, you're only going to get yourself depressed. You don't have control over it. Focus on your business. It is hard there. There's hardship. A lot of people are not aware. Focus on your business. Type on the chat room, I will focus on my business. So 10x action, put all those energy in your business, okay? Decided to go through all the recommended books. We're giving a book in January, a book in February, a book for March will be out today or tomorrow from the president, I believe, and go through it. All the books, at least, if you follow this judiciously, you'd have gone through 12 books this year. But like I said earlier, that is for average people because everybody, other person, is going to go through those books. Okay, I have like 2 minutes to go. And then attend the immersion with 10 teammates. Wow. Dr. Mba, what do you mean 10 teammates? I'm trying to even attend as a Kingsman. How do you mean 10 teammates? Well, go back to 10x mindset. Go back to think big. Go back to dream big. Go back to having a big mindset. There are some persons in this meeting that have decided that they're going to attend the immersion with 10 teammates. Some are struggling to just enter by themselves. If you are struggling to just enter by yourself, you might not enter. Because if you aim for the sky, you miss it, you're going to hit the star. I don't know which one is father. I can't even remember, but you know what I'm talking about. If you aim for the star, you miss it, maybe you'll be hitting your roof. Okay? So go for 10 and don't just aim for it because you are aiming for it, because you want to hit it and fall back to just yourself. No. Attend the immersion with 10 teammates. I didn't say 5. See, if you are going to attend this immersion, you cannot be working with 5 active partners. No, you can't do that. One of them will cut your ticket. You know, for those of us that used to do things like that, you know what I mean. One of them might just not live up to the challenge and your ticket don't cut. So you must plan to have at least 10 people you are working with, so that if one cuts your ticket, 2 cut, 3 cut, you will still make it to the event. Set yourself up. Book your flight for the event. Pay for the hotel. Because what does it take to become a Kingsman? Only 5 active partners. If there was a leash on you today, and they say for that leash to be lifted, today you must get 5 persons signed up. I believe you can get that to happen. And you can help each of them get at least 1 person on board their business. And then you can activate. They can activate, and you're an active partner. So, and you are a Kingsman. So your goal is not to go there as a Kingsman. Your goal is to go there as a super level emerging leader. Not just with 5. No, because 5, one can fail. The reason why a lot of persons, what was it that Grant Cardone said,
do not be a single-digit millionaire. It's a single-digit millionaire is the worst place you can be, because the moment you are there, you're always panicking. Dollar change, you drop to 100 to 100,000. Yeah, you know, you are praying, it goes up. No. Have control. Have control of your business. Have control of your team, and attend the immersion with a minimum of 10 teammates. You can do it. Other persons have done it before, and I'll be seeing you at top. Ambassador, okay, thank you for this opportunity. Ambassador Michael, thank you for this opportunity. Those of you that are going to deploy these things, you are going to be leaping to the next level. I'll be seeing you at the immersion. God bless you. Bye.
Wow. That was amazing. That was fantastic. What stood out for me from what he said, attend the immersion with 10 of your teammates. Have a 10x mindset. Don't say, I want to attend the immersion alone. That is not enough. Because my leader says, for some people, while they're at immersion, they will be crying, they will be sad. By day 2, they will leave, they'll be weeping. And they ask them, why are you weeping? Did your mother die? Did your father die? Did your child die? Why are you weeping? They will say, I am weeping because I could have had 10 people at this immersion. I am weeping because I could have had 20, I could have had 5, but I did not push myself. I did not exert myself. And now I am here alone. And I regret being here alone. May that not be your portion. You will be at immersion with at least 10 of the people. Thank you so much, Dr. Elijah. That was fantastic. I'm going to be inviting the next G8 leader. Okay, and that is a great GA leader of the Great Achievers Nation, Ambassador Vincent Nwosu, to take us to the next level. What do we do to jump into the next dimension? Okay, so you're welcome, sir. Ambassador Vincent Nwosu, you can take the floor now. The floor is yours, sir. Okay, admin, kindly make him co-host. Admin, kindly make Mr. Vincent co-host, please. Awesome.
Thank you very much, Ambassador Ronke Koshimani. Good morning, everyone. I believe you can hear me loud and clear. I want to commend each and every one of us who have made it to this meeting this morning, because you're actually privileged to be here. Now, most of us have been hearing the immersion, we've been hearing it, it's been hammered on us, but we've not come to the acceptance of why we need to be at immersion. There's this saying in my language that if you don't know where the rain starts beating you, you may not even know where it stops beating you. So let's look at what is going on currently very quickly in our economy. Things are going not the way we had always wanted them to be. Things are going way beyond. In fact, for most of us, it's looking as if things are happening beyond our control. Foodstuff on the roof, bag of rice is rushing towards 100,000, if not 100,000 already, as if there is a magnet drawing them together. I just heard this morning that the importation of TMS into Nigeria has reduced by 50% since removal of subsidy. What does it mean? People are parking their cars and using the fuel they have in their body, their blood. Now, people are looking at all these and they are praying for better things to happen. They are praying for things to change. They are praying for the economy to improve. They are praying that things just happen. But listen to this. I have found out that even as people are in this harsh economy and praying for things to get better, praying for things to change, what they are consciously or unconsciously praying for is for them to do less and earn more. What they are praying for is for opportunities to find them as they are. What they are praying for is for them to make more money with less work. They are looking at that time when they just do one thing and then millions fall. That's why so many people more than ever are rushing to betting houses. But I can tell you, for anyone who is dreaming or thinking in that way, is simply a nightmare, because those dreams don't end up the very good ways. I want you to know that currently people have accepted that the heat is too much. That the pressure coming from not doing much or not becoming much is really turning on them. The harsh reality is not hitting only the weak, it's hitting the strong as well. And I want you to know this. In all moments of hardship, in all moments of tough economy like we have, the world has never taken pity on the weak. Never. It has never, in fact, it has never handed anything into the hands of the weak. Never. And I want to tell you this. This period we are in will not be different. It will not also take pity on the weak. This economy is not asking you whether you are strong enough to deal with it. So what options do we have left to us to rise up and become strong? To rise up to the occasion and take charge, dominate, and become world changers. I want us to understand something. There is need for us to stand out of the crowd. There is need to go through the fire of insults, because why many people have not dared the hard things of life or the success they want is because they are afraid of what people will say. They are afraid they will insult me. They insulted me yesterday. They are afraid that I beg it will take me out of my comfort zone. I want to tell you this. These things they are running away from are the juice for the success they want. These things that are stopping you from becoming a king's man yet, the juice for the success you want. I want you to know this, that going through these juice, going through these processes, forming yourself is the hard way, the only way. Tell us this. We're trying to alienate the attributes of success from success. It's like eating on father rice. No matter how careful you are, you must bite stone. No matter how careful you are, no, you can't dodge it. It's part of the process. Success without struggle, success without stress breeds arrogance and failure. You need to build to last. You need to become that person who can stand firm and take what is yours. You need to become stronger than every other person. The reason is because of where we are going to. Where we are going to is for us to raise the next generation world changers. It's not for the average person. It's not for the person who is looking for excuses. It's not for the person who is pointing fingers at this person and that person. It's for the person who is saying, it is me and I. And I came across a message this morning that where the president said, it takes full responsibility for whatever Nigerians are going through in the economy. I said, this is the man. This is the first time I am hearing a Nigerian leader saying, I take full responsibility. I have never in my entire life heard someone say, I take full responsibility. He quickly added, I take full responsibility. I am not going to continue blaming the past regime. I take full responsibility because I chose to be a president. The question is this, are you taking full responsibility? Why you become a king's man? Are you taking full responsibility? Why you started SMO 6 weeks ago and you are still on it? Are you taking full responsibility? Why your active partners are not active? Are you taking full responsibility? While 10 people, like Dr. Elijah said, will be or will have not been or have not preparing to be with you at the mansion. Let me tell you this. For you to build to last, you need to go through the juice. You need to go through the juice of rejection. You need to go through the juice of insults, sleepless nights, and hard work. You need to go because it's only by going through them that you build the character. You build the person that when you create the success, when you raise those leaders, they can follow your footsteps. They can say, my leader did this, I can do this. They can say, he paved the way, I can follow in the path. Let me tell you this. When you follow the SMO, when you raise active partners, when you become a kingsman, and you go to the mansion, not just as a kingsman, but with other kingsmen, you will emerge as a diamond. And guess what? You can't be left out in leading the next generation world changers. So what you have to do, stand out. Go to the chat session and type, stand out. You need to stand out. You cannot do what everybody does and expect to get what others don't get. If you do what they do, you get what they get. If you listen to their opinion and take it to heart, you live their lifestyle. You need to separate yourself from the crowd. You need to stand out. And guess what? The immersion is that event. The immersion is that gathering. The immersion is that atmosphere where until you go through it, you will not emerge. I am waiting to see you, not just you, but you and your kingsmen who are going to be there at the mansion, because the new generation world changers will be born at the mansion. Thank you very much. And back to you, Ambassador Ronke Koshemani.
Wow, wow, wow. Awesome, awesome, awesome. The new generation will be born at the immersion. Okay. I wanted to share a story, but there's no time. I'm going to hand over to our leader, our founder, our president, the entrepreneur mentor himself in a few minutes. And then after he's done, if there's still time, I'm going to share a very powerful story with us on the day that I was immersed and how I emerged. I'm going to talk about it maybe when my leader, my founder, is done with his speaking, okay? I mean, kindly make these two devices co-hosts before I call him up. All right, so the moment has come, the time has come. And a lot of us have gotten lots of value from all that has been said from all the G8 leaders this morning. But guess what? The man, the person, the oracle who mentored all of us. You know what it means to mentor those who have spoken, the mentor of mentors. He's here in the house today, and he's going to be sharing with us what we need to do to leap into the next dimension. Like I mentioned to you guys earlier, for those of you who came late, today is not an ordinary day. This year is not an ordinary year. Every 4 years, God brings something our way. 2016, the Own Your Life campaign was launched, and that was a leap year. By divine orchestration, it was launched. By another divine orchestration, 2020, La Buena Vida was launched. Even our leader didn't even know that it was already a leap year. He just followed God's instruction. And 4 years later, 2024, another leap year. The Diamond Project has been launched. Massive, massive, massive launch. God has done so many miracles for us. How you know if God is with people, is with what happens to them. And I'm so grateful to be part of this nation. I'm so grateful to be part of this organization. And the man behind the vision, the man who has mentored us, who has coached us, who God has used as an instrument for all these things, is here with us this morning. He's going to be speaking to us. And I want you all, with your favorite emojis, everything you can, go and welcome the legend himself, the wealth creator himself, the star himself, the visioner of this nation himself, the great achiever himself, the legend, the champion himself, Ambassador Dr. Michael Okoli, our founder, our leader, our president, the president that I know. Let us go to the comments and go and welcome him. You're very welcome, sir. It's an honor to welcome you.
Confirm you can hear me. Confirm you can hear me. Confirm you can see me.
Yes, sir. We can hear, we can see.
Okay, so I want to welcome everybody to this important and awesome Soul meeting called The Leap. And it is called The Leap for a reason. Just like Ambassador Ronke Kosmani has spoken, today is a peculiar year. Today, 29th of February, comes once every 4 years. I want to use this opportunity to also welcome all the G leaders that are present. All the G leaders that are present, you're welcome. And I appreciate all of you, everybody that has spoken. Thank you for the value that you're giving to the entire body as a whole. I want to let you know that today, 29th of February, will not come again until 2028. And that is why today is a very peculiar day. We have never done this kind of meeting on a leap year, and it has its significance. If you have your teammates that are not in this meeting, you need to bring them in, but you don't need to leave. Two things I'm going to say before we move on. And the first thing is this. When people miss their seasons, God created the world in seasons. They have the rainy season, they have the dry season, they have the winter, the summer. Okay, we're used to raining and dry season here. When you miss your season, what happens is that you go through another cycle. The world is round. When you miss your season, the world does not come back to offer you that season again. No. You have to go through another cycle to come back. There are people that would have been farther ahead than where they are in life today if they hadn't missed their seasons years back. The sad thing about missing your season is, I can tell you this from experience. The sad thing about missing your season is that you don't even know you have missed your season. I missed my first season in September 2013. I knew it. But I didn't know it was a season. It was an opportunity that came for me to resign from the bank. But I didn't take it. It came back again after a couple of years. That is why this movement started in 2016. Own Your Life campaign would have started in 2014. And Last Motion Global came in 2012. But in 2013, when something said leave the bank, I didn't. It took another couple of years. And if I missed it, when I missed it, maybe it's in 2020, would have started. When you miss your season, you don't know you miss your season. But how you understand this, your life begins to drag. This is 2024. I thought I should have been further ahead in life than where I am now. Why am I here at this stage of my life? You missed your seasons to leap. This is very, very important. God is not unjust. Time and chance happens to everyone. Time and chance means your season, your opportunity. Opportunity comes for everyone. That most of us today, you would have owned your own house. But when the opportunity came, you didn't recognize it or you didn't seize it. So today, you are still a tenant. And maybe that opportunity might come again after 2-3 years. And you see people struggling time after time because their season kept coming. You see, when you see an unsuccessful man is someone who has missed his or her seasons periodically till he's now 40 years old, 50 to 60 years old. He's now poor. Poor means passing, the acronym for poor, P-O-O-R, means passing over opportunities repeatedly. P, passing, O, over, O, opportunities, R, repeatedly. There are people that should have been in this meeting. That's what I want to say. There are people that should have been in this cell meeting, but they are not in this cell meeting. And as a result, they did not understand what the leaders have been saying and what I'm going to say. And they don't understand that being in this cell meeting is let me tell you, our life is as a function of the choices we make. When you are born, you look like your parents. When you grow old, you look like your choices. Who I am today is not my father or my mother's. No, I look like the choices that if I did not choose to leave the bank, I won't be who I am today. If I had not choose to engage in the connected economy, I won't be who I am today. The choices I've made over the years is what has brought me to where I am today. The choices you have made over the years is what has brought you to where you are. It's not the government that has brought you. It's not the one party or the president. No. Your choices, your individual choices over a period of time has cumulatively coordinated you into where you are. So what happens is the choices we make as a result of the experiences. I won't go into that lecture now, but there's some people that just coming to this cell meeting will make them make a choice to come for the immersion. But because they did not come to this cell meeting, they didn't come to the environment that will make them make that choice. And they won't come for immersion. And their season just passed like this. And they're praying to God, God, when now, God, when? Hallelujah challenge, midnight prayer, commanding the day. What God cannot, does not. They'll be praying, you see them praying. Angels will bring the answers to their prayers to them like this. And they miss it. And they miss it. Now let me talk about leap. I don't have a lot of time. When they say leap, Dr. Mba described it, it's taking a massive jump. Now, people have talked about what you're leaping into. What I want to talk about, the G leaders have spoken about, what are you leaping into your next dimension? That's the training. They've done justice to it. What I want to talk about is this. What are you leaping over? This is where you are. You take a leap. There's always a gully. Anybody is taking the leap, there's always something he's trying to avoid. I'm going to tell you a story. It was in the boat, a massive ship. There are lots of people aboard a massive ship. And the captain came and said, oh, we need to teach people how to swim. They're like, teach us how to swim? Yes, it's important, it's necessary. He came and said, please, we must learn how to swim. There's a swimming pool. There was a massive ship. There's a swimming pool in that boat. If you don't know how to swim, come and learn how to swim. Some people went to learn how to swim. Some people casually said, I didn't come here to swim. I came here to enjoy my life. He kept on hammering. Everybody, you must learn how to swim. You must learn how to swim. What they did not know was that he knew that the boat, the engine of the boat had issues. Not the boat, the ship. Not the ship. A big ship. And he knew there is a chance that way into the sea, it might capsize. So if you don't know how to swim, you'll be gone. He was calling people, come and learn how to swim, come and learn how to swim, come and learn how to swim. He was calling people because some people took it, some people went, learned how to swim. Okay, let me just see the opportunity and learn how to swim since I'm just here. Come and learn how to swim free of charge. Most people did not. And lo and behold, the boat capsized. And when the boat was capsizing, the people that could not learn how to swim started drinking water. Started drinking water. People that learned how to swim were staying afloat. Go to the chat box and type to your neighbor, please don't drink water. Go and type it, please don't drink water. People that don't learn how to swim, when the shit hits the fan, they'll start drinking water. Go and type it. Just type it, please. Say, I will not drink water. But listen to me. I'm going to say this very clearly. The next coming times are times that you need to be prepared. Let me put it this way. The dimensions that we're entering in the world, not even just in Nigeria, is a global. Take a look at what is happening globally. Some people are not waking up to smell the coffee. The dimensions we're in, you see, some people, what I'm about to say now, will literally save their lives, but they were not even in the sun. They're not even in the sun meeting. The dimensions we're entering globally is a dimension that requires you to be equipped with certain survival skills and instincts. Let me say it again. The dimensions that we're going in globally is not just Nigeria. I'm talking about even in America, in UK, in Canada, in Australia. The dimensions we're entering are dimensions that require you to acquire some survival instincts so that you're not swallowed up by the flood. This is about come and learn how to do business and make money. This is about surviving the times that are about to come. Don't wake up one morning. Just like people woke up one morning. There's a time Blackboard was moving the market. All of a sudden, we just woke up and discovered that people are now writing on whiteboards. What happened to Blackboard? What happened to chalk? In primary school, it was white chalk we used to write on Blackboard. Now what you have is a black marker on a whiteboard. There is a dynamic change happening already that people are not aware. You wake up one morning, there's no need for your camera phones. You wake up one morning, there's no need for your CDs or DVD. You wake up one morning and everything has changed. The coming times are going to be survived by people that have basic survival skills. I am not telling you to come to immersion so you can make more money. I'm telling you to come to immersion so that you can survive what is coming. Immersion is not just for people doing our business. It's for survival for everybody. We are already in the midst of the flood. It's raining. People don't understand. You need to learn how to swim to survive. I remember you're walking, you see a group of people walking. All of a sudden, you see a gutter. It's not there you learn how to jump. If you don't know how to leap, people that know how to leap will cross the gully or the gutter. You remain there. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You'll be walking. Everybody's walking. You're playing with everybody. Hey, you come to a place, there's a gutter, there's a gully. Only the people. So if they're saying, come and learn high jump, it's not a joke. You come to a point where you need to learn how to jump to continue. If you can't learn how to jump, you remain stagnated, and whatever it is catches up with you. There are certain skills you need to learn. The illiterate of the 21st century is not the person that cannot read and write, but the person who cannot learn, unlearn, and relearn. Learning now is not a wishful thinking, it's a prerequisite for survival. The things we're going to teach at immersion are tools that will make you swim when the boat sinks, capsizes. When they say come to immersion, people are not recognizing it. Let me give you an example. We're going to have a lot of trainings in that immersion. Most of the trainings, there's a training I'm going to do at immersion. You see, that training, if you know that training today, it is impossible for you to be broke 4 years from today. A lot of people today are broke because they don't know that particular thing I'm about to teach. They didn't know it 4 years ago. I taught it on the 8th of December, 2018. And most of the people here today can attest to their financial well-being to 8th of December, 2018. I'm going to teach it a more condensed and more comprehensive version at immersion. After that training, you will understand why no matter how much money you make, you're still broke. Something will be installed into your system. An operating system will be installed into you that makes it impossible for you to be broke. Most people will not have that training. They will have to wait for another cycle to get that training. It's not just a training, it's a transformation. Don't wait till you start drinking water and start looking for lifeguard. The second thing I'm going to say, the first one I'm going to tell you is we are in a situation where if you don't learn survival skills, you can't survive the flood. And if you think the flood is not coming, take a look at what is happening around the world. It's not just Nigeria. So many countries are going into recession globally. Oh my goodness. Artificial intelligence is creeping in slowly but surely. A time is going to come. The jobs that people have, the jobs that you have today, you wake up in the morning, it's gone. The skills that you have acquired that is putting food on your table is no longer needed. The skills, I'm a photographer, I'm a plumber, I'm a this, I'm an electrical engineer, I'm a software engineer, I'm a data analyst. All of a sudden, you wake up and those skills are no longer required in the scheme of things. Where is four-figure table today? It's not, people that are selling four-figure table, that sold four-figure table before, four-figure table is no longer required in the scheme of. There are certain things that will go into oblivion. There are certain things that are putting food on the millions of people's table. That 1, 2, 3 years from now, those skills are no longer required. In 2019, we couldn't have a meeting like this. We couldn't have Zoom. Even though there was Zoom, it wasn't implemented. The things you need to survive, the oncoming wave is already here, just that your eyes are not open to see it. If you dig deep, you understand that your job has a lifespan already. Are you aware that CEOs of banks and conglomerates, their headache is this? How do I get? Are you aware that chat? Oh God. I saw a video. Let me tell you how bad it is. I saw a video by one footballer. I listened to the video by some of you have come across that video. Mbappe was talking about Neymar. As I finished listening to that video, I said, "Why?" I did not know it was AI. I said, me listening to the video, I was not, no, this is AI. You cannot, AI can, it might even be AI talking, you don't know. In the next few years, what I'm doing now, AI, it will be me talking real time, but it's artificial intelligence. You won't know. I didn't know. AI can take your pictures, and they're just beginning with this thing. They're just starting, they're just exploring. There is no, are you aware that in the metaverse, people are acquiring real estate in the metaverse, in the virtual world? Oh, God. You're talking about buying land in your father's. People are, it's happening on the background. Listen to me. For you to survive the next economy that's already upon us, there are certain skill sets you need. Those skill sets will be compoundedly, comprehensively taught at immersion. And if you don't equip yourself with those, you come to a point where you can't sleep, and there's a gutter, and you're crying because what it takes for you to leap to the next level, you can't live there. The second thing is, you see, we're all talking about raising leaders. In this, the dispensation that is already upon us, it just not clearly manifest. Leaders are not who are needed. I want to raise leaders. Raising of leaders. Leaders will not solve the problem. in our business, in life, what will solve the problem are a different kind of everybody will become a leader. The people that will solve the problem are a different breed of leaders. And I call them the warrior leaders. There's a difference between a leader and a warrior leader. What will save us in the coming dimension is already upon us, but people are not aware. Are warrior leaders. You're not just a leader that leads with mind. You're a leader that leads with a kind of heart, the warrior heart. Ladies and gentlemen, our immersion 2024 is tagged the rise of the warrior leaders. I think this, I need to put up the post, the flyer. The rise of the warrior leaders. It's not just leaders. No, everybody is a leader. You must be a certain kind of leader to survive what's upon us. To leap, to cross over, to jump over, to be able to feed your family, to be able to thrive. You don't just have to be a leader. You need to be a warrior leader. Admin, please post the flyer of the warrior leader. It's in the group. Please post the flyer of the warrior leader. The rise of the warrior leaders. Immersion 2024. The rise of the warrior leaders. Listen to me. Listen to me. This immersion is not for you to become a leader. No. This immersion is to make you a warrior leader. Only warrior leaders can survive the dispensation that is already upon us. Our business is a lifesaver. We've been speaking today for one and a half hours. We've not talked about products. It's not about products. It's not about connecting people. No, it's beyond that. The mentorship and the training is a lifesaver. It will save you in this coming dispensation. The rise of the warrior leaders. You will be equipped with what it takes to survive the oncoming dispensation. When you wake up and your source of livelihood, some of us, when you'll be 30 years, you'll be 35 years, all you have done for the 30, 40, 50 years of your life, all of a sudden you discover that it's no longer required in the marketplace. What do you do when what you know how to do is no longer required? I repair phones. That's what we do. I have a shop. I sell phones. What do you do when you no longer need to sell phones? Oh, God. What do you do when iPhone says, you know what? We don't need you to we don't need to distribute phones. If you want an iPhone, all you need to do is that phone that you have, just buy a chip. That chip, install it. It will transform your phone to iPhone 20, iPhone 30. So all you need to do is buy the chip online, download the QR code online, scan it, and your phone, the model of phone will talk from iPhone 15 to iPhone 16. Just download a QR code, pay for it, straight from Apple Store, download the QR code, scan it, and in 10 minutes, your iPhone or your Samsung or whatever has migrated. What do you do if all you're doing to survive, pay your rent, is selling phones? What do you do? When the things that put food on your table are no longer required in the marketplace. That's what it measures, and that's what it's about. That's what I told you. So many CEOs are at the back door brainstorming. How do I get a robot? How do I get artificial intelligence to work? I have 500 staff. How can I turn it to just 7 staff? And artificial intelligence can automate. How can I automate this process? This process, this person is doing, this person is doing, that 10 people carry one thing. How can I automate these processes? How can I sell ice cream? How can I sell my shawarma without people? That is what world leaders, how can I even get a customer service and it's AI? How can I get calls, people that are making calls and it's artificial intelligence? How can I do that? They are looking to do away with human capital. What you need to survive in those times is to be a warrior leader. Immersion 2024 is an opportunity that if you miss it, you wait for another cycle again. 3 days, there will never be any meeting like that. You see, most of us, let me tell you what's going to happen. Most of us will hear so much, but we'll do so little. When you are immersed, something happens to you when you're immersed. When you're immersed, your subconscious mind is transformed. Let me tell you, there was a time, if I eat, I must take a bottle of Coke. I can't say a chilled bottle of Coke and Fanta and I'll leave it. I must drink it. If I have to struggle to say, no, you have taken 2 bottles, you're taking 3 bottles, maybe it's time to just stop. It was a struggle. When I had my massive experience, you have to pay me money to take a bottle of Coke today. Even if you bring money, I say, take money to take this bottle of Coke. The money must be plenty for me to take a bottle of Coke. I don't have any sugar issues. I don't have no doctors told me not to take Coke, whatever. Perfectly healthy, blood sugar, perfectly normal, everything. But I understood something transformed in my mind that Coke is not good for you. I've always known, but I had an immersive experience. And all of a sudden, drinking a bottle of Coke was no longer a temptation. I see it and I'm like, I don't need this. I don't want it. You can bring 10, I don't see it. It's an immersive experience that kicks into your subconscious mind and you begin to do naturally what you struggle to do. What did immersion do for you? It builds your capacity. The algebra that you're finding hard to solve in primary 3, in SS3, that same algebra is not an algebra, it's not a problem. What happened is that between primary 3 and SS3, you build capacity. In those 3 days, what will happen is you will build capacity so that when you come out, the challenges that used to shake you, when you meet the same challenges, you start wondering, was this ever a challenge? The 10 kg that you want to carry 10 kg is as if you're using your whole life to carry 10 kg. By the time you enter into the gym and work out for 6 months, you're lifting that 10 kg with a finger. What will happen is that your muscles have built capacity. What will happen in immersion is that you will build in 3 days, you will build capacity of 30 years. The rise of warrior leaders. And I'll close by saying this. On the 24th of February, host, I want you to play that video I put on the J Leaders group. On the 24th of February in Lagos, we launched the project. Please play that video. We launched the project Diamond in Lagos. I walked into the hall. I was walking into the hall around 11, thereabouts. The hall was already filled up. There were people at the gates. Please make it landscape so people can see it properly. I want to show you guys something. Play the video. Maybe I'll send out the video for more clarification. Now, you can remove the video and spotlight me. Now, as I was walking, I'm telling you this so you understand. As I was walking to the venue around 11 or after 11, I met this crowd. I had to use bouncers to get me through the crowd to enter. Those crowd stayed from 11. So I now came around 12 o'clock. I came and addressed them. They were standing. Those people that were in Lagos understand. They were standing at that gate. I felt pity. We brought them water. I came and addressed them. I was addressing them around 12 o'clock or 12:31. And I told them, I think around 12 or so. I now addressed them. I told them, I said, hold on, we're going to have second session. Because of you guys, the place is filled up. The last month people, whatever people came and said, no, the building will fall or whatever. That they can't take more people because people are standing on the staircases and all that. So I addressed them, I told them, hold on, there will be a second session. That address was around 12 o'clock. The second session started by after 5. Those people waited, there were over 2,000 people there. 3,000 people. They waited outside there. When I came out around 5 to 5 and I saw the crowd, I put my hand in my head. I said, what is this? We thought they were going to leave. They waited for over 5 hours, standing by the gates. First of all, there was no stampede. Only God could have done that with that stampede. Second of all, we held the rain. We told God there has to be no rain. In fact, maybe we need to pray for the rain because since we came here, it has not rained. Maybe as we seized the weather, this is now Thursday. It hasn't rained in Lagos. It was raining in Lagos almost every day before that event. Maybe we need to go and get back the rain. It did not rain because if it had rained, it would have been a disaster. But look at what the point I'm trying to bring out. On that day, my heart bled. My heart bled because the harvest is plenty, but the laborers are few. The harvest is, a lot of people want their lives to be changed. They came to the second session and a lot of them still paid to start the business. My heart bled. I'm like, these are people that are looking for a solution to their lives. How will you stand in a gate for 5 hours under the sun for 5 hours? How? You don't even know what you're getting. It's not like your father is there, your mother is there, your child is inside the place. You don't even know what you're going to get. Even when some people came out and said, lead them essential marketing, they still stood there, entered and paid. It broke my heart. And that is why I am saying this. The laborers are few, but the harvest is plenty. The people that want their lives changed are plenty, but the people that are going to change their lives are few. The people that are eating the cake are more than the people that are baking the cake. The people that are baking the cake that people are eating are few. The people that are eating the cake are plenty. Pray ye the Lord of hosts to send more laborers into the field. I was broken that day. I looked at the crowd. My water, I gave it to somebody there. Take. I said, give them water, give them anything. But I was broken because the people that need their lives changed, overwhelming. But the people that will do the job are very few. I said, God. And that is why this immersion is going to be the rise of warrior leaders, the rise of the laborers. The leader, do you know what warriors do? They go to save a nation. This immersion, we're going to raise people that will go and save this generation from decadence. We're going to save people. You're going to be equipped like a soldier to go and defend your constituency. If you miss this immersion, even your great-grandchildren will not forgive you. If you miss immersion, even your great-grandchildren will come to your grave and say, great-grandpa, why didn't you attend the immersion? Life would have been better for us. Because you're going to be equipped with what it takes to swim in the ocean. You're going to be equipped with what it takes to leap across the gully. You're going to be equipped with what it takes to be a warrior and defend your constituency. You're going to be equipped with what it takes to defend your generation, to provide for your family, for your constituency. You're going to be equipped with what it takes, the rise of warrior leaders. As I'm talking to you, the trainings, the things that will happen in that dimension, you will come out, and let me tell you, there will not be any. By the time you come out, you know nothing has happened. People that came for the New Dawn retreat were just 6 hours, just 1 o'clock to 7 o'clock. They say, oh, this retreat was. Imagine that dimension for 3 days. As I round up, the world is in need of us. The next expectation of mankind are awaiting the manifestation of warrior leaders. The earth is groaning. Nigeria is crying. People can't see even the rich and the poor. Somebody was telling me that he cannot pay the school fees of his child in the UK because pound was when the pound was about £2,000 an hour. He said, what is he doing to pay? Everybody is crying. The nation is under groaning. The creation is groaning. They are waiting for warrior leaders to come and rescue them. And in immersion is going to be the rise of the warrior leaders. Miss immersion and your generation will never recover. For you to come at the immersion, of course, you have to be a king's man. I'm sure you know already. As you live here, the only thing that should be in your face is immersion. On the 16th to the 18th of April, we're launching immersion. The ticket is out today. Early bird, the ticket is 30,000 naira. Of course, late bird is 50,000 naira. Early bird ends on the 2nd of April. Late bird starts on the 3rd of April. On the 9th of March, I'll be doing the first Kingsman induction for the year. On the 9th of March. If I'm you, I would do whatever it takes to be inducted on the 9th of March. Our business is not just network marketing. Our business is not just selling products. Our business is to rescue a generation, is to rescue a nation, is to rescue a continent from decadence and decay. The vision is to raise financially free people who can raise other financially free people so that collectively will affect our world positively. Connected connection marketing is just a platform we're using. But the source is the training, the mentorship, the capacity building. People that will joke, like I said, some people are supposed to be in this meeting. They are not there. So they don't even understand that a lot of people are rocking on a chair, not knowing that the chair is about to cave. And what you need to survive the onslaught is not I'm just telling you, if you open your eyes and smell the coffee, open your eyes everywhere, all over the world. Somebody said, I want to japa. People that are japaing, they think don't they had them there too. When you japa, people that are, go and find anybody that japa, let the person tell you whether here is even better. It's a global phenomenon. And with immersion, we deliver into your hands the tools to salvage your generation. What do you do when all you have known to do is no longer needed in the market space? Come to immersion. The harvest is plenty. You're looking for downlines. You can't be looking for downlines. Become a warrior leader. Downlines, teammates will be running to you. You're looking. I'm looking for your. Listen, a time is coming when you no longer be prospecting. People will be the one prospecting you, because people will identify you a warrior leader. The whole world is groaning for the manifestation of warrior leaders. The whole creature is fighting, praying. They are waiting the manifestation of warrior leaders. When they say warrior leader, you're not the one that be prospecting them to come and join you. They'll be the one prospect. I want to join your team. Can I come and do what you're doing? That is the dimension. But they can only do that to warrior leaders. He said, let the laborers, the harvest is plenty, but the laborers are few. I need the Lord of harvest to send laborers, to send warrior leaders to harvest. If you're not a warrior leader, nobody will come to you. You'll be talking, people will say, what are you talking about? You can't build a nation. You must be a warrior leader. And when people say warrior leader, they know. Immersion will bring you out as a warrior leader. Some of you listening to me, you have how many days? Just like Pastor Anto was saying, people will be crying. Why did I not take, even if you bring $1 billion, let me tell you, even if Joe Biden comes to Nigeria, he will not attend the immersion if he's not a Kingsman. We might respect him as the president of the United States. We will welcome him. He will come. We'll give him the podium. We'll give him the microphone. He will speak. We'll clap on him. We'll escort him out of the venue. He can't be there for immersion. If the president comes, Tinubu will respect him, will stand up, give him all the honor, we'll welcome him, we'll clap for him, he'll come and address us. After addressing us, the women and the OJ leaders will accompany him with the outside the mission. If you're not a Kingsman, if you want, go and sell your father's land and bring money. You can't be at the mission. Make hay while the sun is still shining. Go and find out, what do I need to do? How many active partners do I have? I have 3. I have only 4. I'm spending 1. You wouldn't be at the immersion. Even me, if I was not a Kingsman, I won't be at the immersion. Nobody will go to the immersion that is not a Kingsman. I need you to understand. Even the videographer that will video us on that day will be a Kingsman. Even the person that will do the sound, everybody that is going to work on that day, organizers, it must be a Kingsman. If you're not a Kingsman, we'll stop. Once you do what you're doing, we'll push you out. You cannot say, even the bouncers, once you start, they'll be outside. You cannot say, I want to be a bouncer, and I'll be here, you'll be learning. Any bouncer that you must be a Kingsman, or you finish your work, you excuse us. I don't know about the DJ. The DJ must be an active partner. The DJ must be an active partner. Because his one is to play music and leave us. Because when we start, it's not music we're playing. Immersion is not to come and, hey, yes, we'll have recognition on the 3rd day. Maybe that's when the DJ. It's not jokes. We're going into the laboratory. So every day counts. Every day that you lazy around, you pay for it in time and eternity. If, for example, you're supposed to come with 50 Kingsmen there, and you come with 30, every day you're lazing around. Every day that passes that you did not do anything towards not just becoming a Kingsman, but get as many people to become Kingsmen, you pay for it in time. 16th to 18th of April. Anything you're going to do, be a Kingsman. Anything you're going to do, be at immersion. If that is the only thing you do for your unborn children, just do it for them. Anything you're going to do to get as many of your teammates to be at the immersion, help them. Don't give them money. Don't give them credit. Don't give, if somebody, don't give them anything. Just help them come to immersion. You have done so much for them. Immersion is like taking somebody to school. In 3 days, it will be 3 years. It's years into days, decade into days. If you miss the immersion, your generation may never forgive you. I round up by saying this. If you go to every grave You see the birth dates, you see the death dates. There's a hyphen in between. That hyphen represents a lot of things for different people. I can guarantee you that if you make your way to immersion, when your days on earth are finally over, you see that hyphen. You see that hyphen, born in 1990 days, died in year whatever. You see that hyphen. If you attend the immersion, that hyphen will be richer, will be better, will be greater. It's 10 o'clock and my time is up. I hand over the meeting to Amasaranka Kosani to close. See you at immersion.
Wow, 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 wow. Thank you so much, Ambassador. Thank you so much. That was, as usual, whenever Ambassador speaks, I think I've written like 2 pages already of notes. Whenever Ambassador speaks, it's like an oracle. In fact, I feel like cold water has been poured on me. And what I'm going to end with is, God forbid that you were in this meeting on the 29th of February, a day that occurs once in 4 years, a day that will not happen again till 2028. God forbid that you were at this meeting, and then when we gather again on the 16th of April, that you are not there. See, go and type, God, it's not my portion. God forbid that we gather on that day of immersion, and you were in this meeting when it was held. First time ever we're having, and you are not there. It cannot be your portion. And for some of you that are Kingsmen, you are feeling proud. Oh, of course I'm a Kingsman. No. For you guys that are already Kingsmen here, God forbid that the day comes, 16th of April, and you are seated at that meeting alone, or with just two migrant people or 3 people. God forbid that you are a Kingsman today, as Ambassador was speaking, and you sit down, you come for that immersion, and you don't have 10 people with you who are also going to be warrior leaders, minimum of 10. On that day, God forbid. Some of you will say, I'm already an emerging cell leader, and you are feeling cool. No. As an emerging cell, God forbid you come that day, you don't have 50 people, because you are going to regret. So everybody has their dimension. For some of you, your own is, if it kills me, I must be there. If that's the only thing I do for I must be there. For some of you, I must be there with 10. Some I must be there with 50. Some of you already know it's 100 you're looking at. Some of us were 1,000. But immersion, here we come, whatever it takes. Thank you so much, Ambassador Michael Coley. That was amazing. That was fantastic. Thank you for waking us up. There are many things you said that I did not even know. What do you do? Some of you have a plan B, so you're feeling cool. Oh, I have a plan B, or I have a master's, I have a this, I have a that. No. You may wake up and realize that thing that you held on to so much is no longer needed. What do you do when all you know to do is no longer needed? Come for the immersion. Thank you so much, Ambassador Michael Coley. Thank you all the GA leaders for your support, and I cannot wait to see all of you, everybody on the side of our voice, at immersion come April 16th, 2024. God bless you all. See you at the top. Have a lovely day. Bye-bye.